If you're watching this video and you're 18, 19, fresh out of high school, you don't need another hack. You don't need another business model. You don't need another get-rich-quick scheme. What you're doing is you're chasing tactics, and you're always chasing the next thing and the next shiny object that you can see. And the reason I say this is I was in the exact same position 2-3 years ago. For context, I pretty much tried every single business model you can think of. Affiliate marketing, drop shipping, trading, e-commerce, sports betting, like you name it, I've pretty much tried it. And what I realized was chasing the next best thing is not what worked for me. And once I figured it out, I actually went from 0 to 40K a month with high ticket sales in under a year, and I'm still in this industry to this day. And because of that, I've actually gone on and helped dozens of students within my own program make anywhere from 5, 10, 20, even up to 40K a month in straight commissions profit in their hands. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the real secret that high ticket closers use. And if you master this and you master these tactics, these can not only become tools, it can actually change your life and become lifelines to help you make money. Now, I've coached dozens of 18, 19, 20-year-olds that I've helped them make money online anywhere from 5, 10, 20, 30, 40K a month, like I said. And what I noticed was the most successful students that I've taught, the most successful people in the industry that I've seen, they have one secret, and that secret is detachment. And detachment, it isn't coldness, it's freedom. It lets you perform without needing the results to actually feel worthy. And what detachment means is it means separating your identity and emotions from a specific outcome. And in sales, that means that you want the sale. You prepare, you pursue, but your patience, your mood, your sense of self, it aren't tied to where the signs are today. Sweet. Now, the first thing you have to understand is what even is detachment? Because what I find with especially young people that I've taught, most people don't understand what detachment actually is. Detachment isn't this coldness, it's freedom. Detachment means separating your identity, separating your emotions from a specific outcome that you want. And in sales, that outcome is making commissions. That outcome is making money. So same with online business, that outcome is hitting 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, whatever it is. And detachment means separating your emotions from that identity, from that 10K a month, from that 20K a month. That way you can actually do what you need to do and not get emotionally tied into it. Now, a really good way to show why detachment is so important is imagine like a world-class poker player. World-class poker player. He doesn't win every single hand, obviously, right? He wins over time. And if he gets emotionally attached to one pot, attached to one draw, attached to one outcome, he will go broke chasing the losses. And the best poker players in the world, they've mastered their mentality. They've become so emotionally detached from money and the outcome that they always win. Right? And he wins by playing the odds and not the feelings. It's the same thing with online business and high ticket sales. What you need to do is if you dream of hitting 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, whatever it is, just throw that goal away. Just throw it out the window and stay detached. Don't worry about it and focus on what you can control. Focus on your inputs, focus on the work, focus on what's at hand, and do that over time, and the odds will play in your favor if you don't let emotions wrap it up. Sweet. Now, understanding detachment, it isn't enough, because even if you know these things, how do you actually solve it? How do you cure it for good? And the way to cure it is you have to build it into your systems. And that's strategy number one. If your day is reactive, you'll be emotionally reactive the entire day. And if you control your calendar, if you control your time, if you know exactly what you're doing, you can control your emotions. For example, when your days are crystal clear organized, they're planned, they're predictable, you know what you're doing at every single hour, you stop treating every call, you stop treating every hour of your life like a life or death event. Everything is planned out. The reason why you feel so emotional and why you feel so attached is because you guys have no clarity. Think about your own life right now. When you wake up, you don't know what to do. You don't have a list of tasks set out. You don't have a timetable set out. You don't have your calendar planned. So you're waking up every single morning saying, I need to hit 10K a month. I need to hit 20K a month. And you're just punching into like literally thin air, right? You're punching and punching and punching and just hoping for something to land. And that's a very exhausting process. And I say this because I've gone through this myself. Remember when I was saying I went through literally every single business model? That's what it felt like. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a game plan. I didn't know how I was going to get rich. And I was just trying and swinging and going from the next shiny object to the next. And that's the last thing I want to happen to you as well. So how do we actually solve this? Some tactical steps you can do is literally time block your entire week. So use your Google Calendar that you have. If you don't have it, just go download it, make an account on Google Calendar, and every single hour of your day should be mapped out. Hours that you take sales calls, hours that you network, hours that you watch training, hours that you do role play, hours that you look for, admin, whatever it is, every single thing should be time blocked. It's gotten to the point where for me, I even time block my personal thinking time. I even time block when I go to bed. I even time block my eating sessions. I even time block like when I'm traveling. Like all these things need to be in your calendar. And if anyone asks me like, yo, Kashi, what did you do yesterday? Honestly, I don't know. I have to go look at my calendar and see what I actually did. That's how autopilot it becomes. Now, after you've blocked out your calendar, your morning routine is equally important. Most of you waking up, you wake up in the morning and you're scrolling on social media. You're laying in bed for another 30 minutes. You're starting off with all these micro losses, and that will just ruin your conviction, right? That'll make you even more emotional. To reduce the emotion, the best thing you can do as a morning routine is wake up, avoid all friction, make your bed, and go straight to work. That's it. You do that, you won't be emotional and you won't get all this dopamine first thing in the morning. So yeah, main takeaway here is make sure to treat your calendar and treat your time like gold. And when you do that, you'll become less emotional and therefore less attached and therefore make more money. So great, your calendar is controlled, but how do you actually detach in the moment when the call starts? And that's strategy number 2, because the most expensive minute on your calendar is the one where you enter anxious. And I basically used to do this ritual before every sales call that I had. It was a 60 to 90 second ritual, okay? And I'd basically have a blank A4 piece of paper and I'd write down 2 to 3 mantras or affirmations to myself that I struggled with. So for example, on my sheet, I still remember this, I would have things like, I am the best salesperson. I am the best closer. I would have things like, this next call doesn't matter. Even if I don't close it, it doesn't matter. Even if I do close it, it doesn't matter. I'd have things like, my goal is just to listen and help the prospect. See, writing those things and saying it out loud 60 to 90 seconds before every single sales call that you take, it just puts you in that right framework. So when you enter the call, you're not anxious. Now, trust me, I've done this for years, right? And I found that it didn't work for the first month or two. You won't see tangible results for the first month. But if you keep on doing it, you keep doing these affirmations, you keep consistently before every single call saying these things, it becomes subconscious. And then you don't think about it anymore. And then you don't need the sheet. Like I don't need the sheet anymore because before I go into any sales call, I'm already calm. I'm already detached. Why? Because I did these tactics for years over time. And most young people watching this, they underestimate the power of time. You have to understand when you do certain things and you let time take its toll, it literally compounds. Now, the final tip that I have to actually overcome detachment is the environment around you. This is very important. Who you surround yourself with. If you have people that are pulling you down, right? They don't have your best interests at heart and they're just taking this mental bandwidth on you and they're making you more emotional, you're already playing a losing game. And a really good example of this is bad friends. If you have friends that are taking the piss out of you or they don't have your best interests at heart, what will happen is every negative thing that they say or every negative thing that you perceive that they say will affect your brain. And think of your brain like a battery. As these negative things start being thrown your way, you just get lower and lower and lower and lower, and there's more emotion in you. And what does more emotion do? More emotion makes you more attached to the outcome. And I see a lot of 18, 19-year-olds fresh out of high school say things like, I'm going to make it, like, I hate all my friends, I need to lock in, I'm going to prove them all wrong, I'm going to make it. Now, don't get me wrong, that sounds motivational, and it's definitely, pretty inspiring, and I used to do the exact same, but when I started making serious money was when I shifted my mentality from negative energy to, I don't care, I'm blocking this out, I'm going to stay detached, and this might take time, I'm in no rush to prove people wrong, I just need to focus on what I need to do on a day-to-day basis and just do it at a high intensity for a long period of time. So yeah, that's my take on the number one thing I would do if you were 18, 19 years old that a lot of people don't talk about. It's very underrated. Everyone talks about skills, tactics, strategies, business models, but detachment is something that's so underrated, but extremely crucial to success. And I've just seen so many successful people in my life that follow the same principles. So yeah, I hope you guys found some value. If you guys have any questions or you want to know my routines and how I handle detachment practically on a day-to-day basis, what I'll do is I'll drop my Instagram in the description below where you can message me. And again, I love answering questions, so feel free to flick me a message. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.